See what happens? Come have a look at this. You put the water in and it evaporates. Where does water come from? Concentrate. Concentrated energy, divine force, power. I have to add my mixing and the cooking with the flour, because right now I like it sweet, not sour. But sometimes in your life you feel, why does it happen to me all the time? That same old story just goes round and round. But what are you trying to do to turn that frown upside down? Or is it the right way up? Actually, I don't really know, and sometimes people just don't give up. And which way is up? Because we're on this planet Earth that's spinning around in this vast cosmos universe. So how can we say north is north and south is south and all these poles, what it's about? So right now, again, come. Let me show you how the water evaporates. Pour it in, concentrate, focus of your life. Because what happens when you're feeling down inside and you haven't gone out for days and you haven't had a shave and everyone's telling you that you should be brave? Wait. Because there's more to life than all of this maze, than what goes on inside the ones of the lives who are brave. It's about persevering through the rain, and sometimes when you're feeling challenged and strange and you walk into a place and you're like, that's bait. Wait, just take that moment with yourself. It could be 20 minutes, 2 seconds, but above all, know thyself. That famous quote, that famous line. Why is it famous? Because it's famous for mine. Knowing who I am inside and who you are. And then ultimately, the divisions melts. And before those happens, they've already come from a place of oneness. So when I say wait, like, it's not like you're waiting at a bus stop for the bus and all of a sudden there comes 3, 4 that come along in a rush pace. Have some grace with yourself. Just take a moment just to reflect on this one here. And what's within this one here? It's all of life contained with this one here. See, if I get a cut on my finger, it repairs magically. How amazing is this human body? And yet we pollute it and try and cut it up and distribute it. That's why I'm in the kitchen with my Vitamix. Now this is not some guy on a health trip just talking about shit, trying to make others look like pricks. No. This is about what's good for me and my soul. You do what you want to do as long as you have control. Or even let go of control, because you've given your life, you've surrendered yourself to the oversoul, who is the divine within you. And there's no difference between him and who. Wait. Just take a moment. That's all it takes. You and I verse, channeling on this lovely rainy day. Shambho. What's channeling? It's also known as freestyling, just letting go, just allowing the flow to flow through. And yeah, you know, your mind can pick up clues from outside, etc., but it channels through you. So I do that. So you can call that freestyle poetry, channeling. What my mission is, my vision beyond the prisms and the prison is just to know myself, thyself, know myself. And so what's the point of that? Okay, selfish move, no. Because when I know myself, then I can see all of life more clearer. Because all of me is within life, and life is within all of me. Rewind that back if you didn't quite get it. So it's beyond the 3D and moving into the 5th. And I'm here to serve you, for you to know yourself, who you are. Beyond your name and your form and your skin and all of these things that you've grown up in, or that have grown up in you. That's Jiten Patel's conscious mission or purpose of the purposeless, which is why I'm here. And we're all here to do that, really. Like, even you coming here today and you watching this video wherever you are. First of all, let's break down the word community. The way I do it though is unity. So that community that we're talking about is about everything that's around you and everything within you. From the sun, the moon, to the earth, to the plant that's growing out of a crack, cement. It's all about the oneness, even in that singularity, no duality. What is he talking about, and how does that benefit? That benefits if I'm more myself, and myself in my highest self, as I am Jai Shiva. Either I am that which I am not, Shivoham, is nothingness. Nothingness, no thingness. We just need to realize that we are what we are not. So we are not fear, we're not scarcity, we're not poverty, we're not lack. We're infinite rich beings, but made by the Majesty, the Most Highest. So that means we, as been made by that, we are also royalty. So me knowing myself as royalty, as a divine human being, as a king, as queens, right? That's how I can be my highest self and serve at the highest level to all of unity. So come into the unity, boy. Woman, man, child, dog, plant, sun, moon. Thank you. Right? On the surface level, by the way, I like the name diversity. On the surface level, there's all these different, so-called different, quote-unquote, people that look different, that smell different, that tall different, that short different. But that's like, you know, God's palette, different colours on the palette. And then he picks, he's like, I'm going to paint the oceans blue, boom. I'm going to paint the sun yellow or orange, boom. All of that diversity is the richness of life. You know, is the tapestry of all of the spectrum beyond the light prisms of the rainbow, beyond all the colours, from nothingness. All of this came from nothing. So diversity is oneness, and then from oneness, from diversity we get back into that oneness again. So you're not seeing your neighbour or your friend as different from you. When you go to school, right, you're just put in with this cattle of other kids and children and girls and boys, and oh, then they become your best friend. But his name's like Iftab or Mohammed or Sandrine or Venezuela, or that's where they could be from. But all of that adds to your palette of life, all different colours. So diversity means richness, it means appreciation, it means understanding, and also the main thing is it shows you there's not one way to life. There's a million ways. Just look at the religions, look at science, look at the different cars, different clothes that, you know, that we pick out and wear. So that's diversity.